Greetings, most gracious audience. This is formerly the animation commentator coming to you with an update. As you may have noticed, there have been no videos since April, and that was when I discussed the whole fact of, I think it was the two guys who directed the Lego movie talking about bringing animation back. That was basically the last time Sir Persevere and Speckles have been seen together, and to everyone who has stuck around with the channel since April when that video premiered, I thank you all for sticking with me on that. You all deserve an update, so here it is. You may be asking yourself if this channel is dead, and I would say to that, no, this channel is not dead. It has been in deep hibernation, but rest assured I have still a lot planned for this channel. But I don't think this will be called the Animation Commentator anymore. I think we should rewind all the way back to April and see what all happened after that last video got updated, posted. So, a lot of stuff happened. I think I'll try to include a meme of, you know, in The Dark Knight Rises when Bane blows up basically the basement of the Wayne Foundation and makes it into the armory of Batman and takes all of Batman's stuff for himself, and then he goes, I wondered what would break first, your spirit or your body, and then just breaks Batman's back. Yeah, well, that was the year for the Animation Commentator, or whatever this channel is going to be afterwards. So, this has been a tough year on me, guys. Obviously, so many people have it worse. I get that, I recognize that. But on me personally, this has been a tough year. Where to start? Well, first of all, many of you may or may not know about the fact that I had a girlfriend. Probably most of you watching this video don't know that. In October, I went ahead and canceled the relationship with her. That was probably the biggest blow to me, but that was all the way in October. That was not in April. No. So what? It all started with overtime with my job. I don't want to look down on people who make a living off of just making videos, but I recognize that basically making videos is a privilege, not a right. You don't have a right to make videos. It's a privilege. I've always looked at people like Matt Pat who would make a living off of just, it's a theory, a film theory. And I'm like, I don't want to make this a living. It's a hobby. That's what it is. So I'm not in this whole video making thing for money. Though, obviously, if money was generated from making content, that would be awesome. I don't deny that. But the fact of the matter is, I have a job. In addition, like, this is a hobby, and I have a real-life job. Well, ever since April, my job has been embroiled in a bunch of overtime. Like, you wouldn't believe it. 17 hours. Shoot, boy. Like, ridiculously high number of hours. But that's fine. I'm saving up for some important things in life, so overtime is fine, but then it cuts down on the possibility of me interacting with my geek family. So, yes, that would be the biggest factor in all of this, is that overtime just really cut in on all the stuff that I wanted to do. Like, it's not just these videos. I also want to do comics and write a book and all that. Or edit books as it is, and I just haven't had that much time to do it, unfortunately. But maybe next year which it is almost next year, but maybe things will finally start turning around in the year 2023. We'll see. So, overtime was one. But there's another reason I bring up the whole analogy of Bane breaking the back of Batman. Well, you may or may not believe it, but I've had back issues, and that was another big contributing factor in all of this. I like to think of myself as a rather healthy individual who likes to take care of himself, and I will always try to take care of myself for as long as I can. Unfortunately, in one way, I did not take care of myself. I did not see the chiropractor as much as I should have, and it, well, bit me in the butt, figuratively speaking. I mean, you might as well almost say literally, because the issues I've been having have been occurring near that part of my anatomy. So yeah, like I've had some excruciating, debilitating back pain, and I've been seeing a chiropractor. I should have been seeing a chiropractor, but I've been able to visit the chiropractor. I've made it part of my life now to see the chiropractor. It's helping. It's definitely helping. It's not, the pain hasn't fully gone away all the time, but it's much better. And basically, I have to start over from scratch. I was doing like bench pressing and stuff, and just this whole thing with my back has now gotten me to the point where I have to take baby steps. But I've gotten back into cardio, and I hope to do more cardio. Just today, I was doing 55 minutes on the elliptical, and I plan on increasing the amount of time just to get myself back to a good starting point. Get myself back to square one, and then maybe do some yoga, and then once I've gotten enough cardio and yoga under my belt, then go ahead and get back into bench pressing again. That would be awesome. So basically, the overtime and the thing with my back have both been very big factors as to what's been going on behind the scenes as to why there hasn't been another video for this channel. I'm also making this video without a script, so bear with me if I seem to be a little lost in thought. And of course, like I said, the breakup with my girlfriend, that happened in October. So I'm going to make another attempt of finding the lady that I'm going to marry, or meeting the lady that I'm going to marry. Probably wait another month or two before I do that, but I just have to kind of take it easy for now, as far as just, you know, take a break from relationships at the moment. But I do want to do my best to be a good, godly husband to a good woman, and raise children with her and all that good stuff. But all of that said, what does this mean for my creative endeavors? Well, Lord willing, we'll get back into this whole YouTube / Rumble / Odyssey, however many different video iterations there are. I do wish to get back into it. Actually, you may have noticed that if you pay attention to this video, you may have already noticed that the YouTube channel has been renamed from, it's no longer named The Animation Commentator, it is now called The Commentaries of a Nerdy Knight. And I plan on, I don't plan on really talking as much about animation these days. I wish to broaden my horizon and talk about a whole lot of other topics aside from animation. Obviously, I won't completely abandon the topic of animation, because I think that's a pretty important topic. After all, I do want classic animation to be great again. But, you know, there's only so much that you can do. And in a poetic way, I think that video in April was probably, you may consider that a good note to end on as far as like just talk about animation goes, but I'd like to talk about things like Star Wars and Marvel now and again. There are also other topics. Romance. I would like Aveline the Tessahorn and her husband Klingon the Tessahorn to do videos about romance. Just talk about sweet romance stories. That may or may not turn you viewers off. But I would love for Speckles to do more rants. Yes, Yes, I do miss those Speckles rants. I'm sure everyone watching this video who has seen a Speckles rant misses Speckles and hopes he'll come back with more rants. Yeah, I think I could probably find some topics for him to get upset about. Sir Persevere. Can't forget Sir Persevere and Rage on the Dragon. You know, Rage on and the Burn Zone. Oh boy. I mean, look at the world around us. There is a lot for Rage on to burn in his burn zone. I would like to do some burn zone videos with Rage on the Dragon. But, so we'll see. Lord willing, things will slow down as far as work goes. Maybe not too much, but at least enough for me to do the things that I love. Because I don't want to just do work. I want to do, you know, other things. Such as this and my anthropomorphic animal pirate comic and stories about Sir Persevere. I mean, there's a story universe I've been trying to build for Sir Persevere. Some of it is delayed simply because, well, I would like to meet... The woman that I marry is going to influence the woman that Sir Persevere marries, so that's why I've written stuff about Sir Persevere's universe without actually talking about that much about Sir Persevere himself. But I'd like to do stories with Sir Persevere himself, but again, just waiting on the right lady to marry before I just go ahead and do that. Let's see here. But I would also like to extend some greetings, salutations, shout-outs. Sir Talks a Lot, if you are watching this video at all. I noticed that you are no longer on Discord. Whatever reason prompted you to no longer be on Discord. I hate to see you go. Maybe someday in the future we'll talk once more. I don't know, but I wish you well, Sir Talks a Lot, if you are ever inclined to see this video. But to the people who have really been helping me out through all of this, on my Discord server, there's Time Travel Pony, I think Angel Doodle is what Angel is currently going by, as far as his username goes. Rebon-chan, Rebon, I love it when you share the information about animation that you do on my Discord server. What was it? Max Fleischer? With that cartoon about Max Fleischer and Gramps helping the orphans at that orphanage. I love that cartoon. So I thank you. Don't stop. Any and all of you. Yeah, so basically the hope is to revitalize this channel, move forward as the Commentaries of a Nerdy Night, not really so much be the animation commentator anymore, but I will always go by the motto of make classic animation great again. I mean, let's take... speaking of animation, I was trying to get back into the video game earlier this year. I even wanted to do a video about Velma, but that just kind of got interrupted by more overtime. But yeah, I was trying to do a Scooby-Doo video just a couple months ago, and then everything just took too long, and then I was like, yeah, I can't do this. It's just going to be too late by the time the video gets out there. It won't get a whole lot of views. Not that it matters, but I don't know. It's a little bit of a psychological thing. Anyway, to all of you out there who are still subscribed to this channel, I thank you very much. Hopefully we can get more content on this channel. Again, no longer as the animation commentator, but Commentaries of a Nerdy Night. Get to see some more stuff from Sir Persevere and his friends, talking about a whole variety of topics above and beyond animation. And maybe even some political stuff. Not too much political stuff, but, you know, everything has been politicized these days, so you can't help but be political in a world that has been unnecessarily politicized. You know, who would have thought that not killing people was politicized? You know, who knew? Who knew that it was going to be a political position to say, "Oh, please don't kill babies"? Like, good grief, this is That's a matter of morality. That's not a matter of politics. Good night. Anyway, that's kind of a ramble. To all of you, I first of all, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone. And if you just look around, obviously the Christmas celebrates the first coming of the Lord. If you look around, we're kind of in the days of Noah here. I don't know how long it's going to be until the second coming, but that second coming is coming. Which kind of reminds me of that whole parody video about Queen Hivemind that I did, of her injecting her venom into everyone. The one that YouTube kicked off and gave me a warning about. But, yeah. So, Merry Christmas to everyone, and Happy New Year, and Lord willing, we will get some videos out there real soon. Talk to you later, and God bless.
I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me. I will show you where I have made my home whilst preparing to bring justice. Then I will break you. Your precious armory, gratefully accepted. We will need it. I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit? Oh,